All right. We're back with another live stream. We're going to get to WWE Developmental from last week. My plan is to do 4 shows today, squeeze it in before I head off to work, but we'll see if I could do that. I'm not sure. I got NXT, Evolve, Impact, and then TNA had an extra show on Friday called Emergence. So 4 shows. We'll see. If I can't get through all of it before I get to work, I will continue on tomorrow or something, I guess. But regardless, all right, we're back. We're at 580 something subscribers on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I got wrestling reviews up the yin yang. But yeah, we lost a few subscribers last week. I guess it was because of the Damage Control Kabuki Warriors EO Sky video I put out. Some people said it was racist that I said that they should limit the lines of people who can't speak English. But I don't know. I disagree. I don't think that's racist. I think that's just a performance thing. Like if I went to some other country that I didn't speak their language, like if I went to France and they put me on some TV show all of a sudden where I'm supposed to speak French and the night before I'm memorizing some lines and I don't know how to... There's no way it's going to come naturally. And people over there in that country are going to be like, well, this guy doesn't sound like he's speaking naturally. So I would get criticism. That's fine. I don't know. That's the point of this show. The point of this show is to criticize. I'm the Malapert Smark, man. I'm Malapert. I'm a low-life guy who's never been in the wrestling business, and yet I'm going to act like I know everything. That's the gimmick here. But some things are pretty obvious, man. Like, I don't think it's racist to say they should limit the lines of people who can't speak English. There's been plenty of characters in the past who've gotten over without having any spoken word lines. Like Kane, when he first started. He didn't speak. He wasn't ready to speak, so they didn't let him speak. They just sent him out there to kick ass. That's what Io Sky, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Stephanie Vaquera should be doing. They should just be sent out there to kick ass, not to talk these long-ass fucking scenes. Like, get out of here, man. Anyways, that's that. Let's get on with the show. We're on to NXT from Tuesday, August 12th. Let's see what they had in the opening video package. There was a little bit of review of the week before. What did they deem worthy to review? I guess Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace chased off Blake Monroe last week. Chelsea Green appeared. She was there to back up Ethan Page because they're both Canadian against Tavion Heights. And let's see, the world title scene, or not the world title scene, the NXT title scene with Oba Femi, and then the TNA world title scene with Trick Williams. There's a lot going on there. Oba Femi got stepped up to by Trick and Javon Evans, and Moose is here from TNA to step up to Trick Williams, but they all got attacked by Dark State, so that's what they got tonight. They got an 8-man tag with Dark State coming up. And also, of course, Lash Legend and Nia Jax had a big pull apart, and they got a match going on tonight too. But all right, first segment of the day, I think it's Hank and Tank. All right, so Hank and Tank are here backstage. They also got attacked by Dark State, so they want a piece of Dark State's ass. But I think Ava's going to tell them to put that on hold as Dark State already have a match. So let's see what Ava has to say.
Let's rumble. Oh, they want a tango? Yep. They want a tango. Boss!
Hi!
Ava!
That's all I wanted to see. Look, I know how badly you guys want to get your hands on Dark State, and
yeah,
you will,
sure.
but at Heatwave, okay? I really need you to not interfere in their match tonight, like we talked about.
I mean, you saw Dark State. They blindsided us last week. No, boss, we hear you loud and clear. We got you. We won't get involved.
No, there's something in my eye. I'm being serious.
No, Hank and Tank will not interfere in Dark State's match tonight.
Guys, promise me you're not going to interfere, okay?
We promise!
That's pretty funny. Ava was touching her eye because, I don't know, they're out in the elements, and then they thought she was winking at them. So that was pretty funny. I'll give that a thumbs up. But we got the opening match. All right. It's Lash Legend and Nia Jax. So heavyweight matchup. Good booking to start the show. I gave a thumbs up to the opening segment, and we're off to a hot start. All right, so Nia Jax and Lash Legend. All right. see what some highlights we got going. Both girls, they sold for each other here. So I gotta say, Nia Jax did sell for Lash. Here's as Lash sets up the stairwell or the steel steps next to the announcer's table, and that's gonna come into play later, just so you know. But all right, here's some cheating, rake to the eyes by Nia Jax as the ref wasn't looking. And here they are putting in some work as Nia Jax. A couple of moves there on Lash Legend. All right, here's the table spot. So I don't know what Lash Legend was going for here. Was she gonna go for like a fall away slam or something on Nia Jax, because she's just going to get squished here? But it was a good spot. The table broke pretty well. That was pretty funny. I will say there was nothing Lash Legend was going to do with Nia Jax there, but I'm still giving a point to this little idea for this spot as the commentators are just looking on in awe. But Lash does beat the count to get back in, so she doesn't get counted out. Nia is surprised to see this, but here's the finish. All right, so as Lash was going to powerbomb Nia Jax, too much weight for her to handle, and she falls on her, an annihilator, and then a second annihilator, so 2 annihilators. All right, and then that's the win. So all right, I thought it was a good match, good opening match. I'll give it a half a point. I'll give it a positive. I kind of liked it, to be honest. But all right, let's see. Kelly Kincaid is backstage with an interview, so let's see what Dark State has to say. So all of Dark State's getting interviewed. Never seen them get interviewed like this. Kind of maybe bringing them back down to earth, be a little bit more like regular wrestlers. Later on, they'll come in through the entranceway like regular wrestlers. But all right, here's Dark State.
Dark State. Wow. Thank you so much for your time today. I didn't think that you would say yes. Tonight, you have a match against 4 powerhouses in the men's division. How are you planning to combat that level?
Tonight's the reason the 4 of us came together. 4 hungry main eventers ready to take opportunity, not wait for it to come around. And look at us now. Tonight, in the main event, standing across from 4 of the top guys in NXT and TNA.
I mean, look, we got best on best. We got Trick, Javon, Oba, Moose. I mean, they know they're getting beat down because we changed that main event scene.
It's time to realize that Dark State dominates NXT.
Right,
we're going to smash their teeth in.
Right,
then we're going to start taking turns on their ass. Then we're going to beat them down again and again until we finish on top.
We talking about this.
Yo,
Hey, yo, Shawty, it's been 6 months since Dark State touched down to NXT. And tonight, we cut their head off the snake, Slim. And that heat wave, Hank and Tank gonna be 20 pounds lighter when we run off with y'all gold.
Because when Dark State strike, ain't nobody safe.
Come on, boys. Let's go.
All right, well, I guess I'll throw that interview a half a point, I guess. And funny that Dark State agreed to a regular interview, and the commentator sold it, or the interviewer, Kelly Kincaid. So Dion Lennox cut a promo, then Osiris, then Cutler James, and then Osiris Griffin. So from all this, I will say Osiris Griffin and Saquon Sugars, sorry. This is Saquon Sugars, my bad. This is Saquon. This is Cutler James. This is Osiris. This is Dion. All right, there you go. I don't know why I got that confused earlier. But Osiris is my favorite one, I think, out of the group. Cutler James, this is just not the gimmick for him. Osiris is all right. He's the second best, I think. And Dion, it just doesn't fit him either. These guys are good wrestlers, but not working out with this gimmick, to be honest. But all right, so they got a main event match. They got buried by the system in TNA, so we'll see if they could get back some credibility, get a big win against some big baby faces here. But all right, I got Chelsea Green. So Chelsea Green's in the house. Looks like she is here with the Secret Hervis.
Agents, Tavioff said that he was finding a woman. We need to find her first, and we need to take her out. Affirmative. Sleazy Pizza Enter, this is Sleazy Pizza Enter. The Golden Beaver has landed.
Okay.
Oh, well, if it isn't Kelly Armstrong, Evolve champion, decorated track and field athlete. High risk, high risk. Moving on. The one sleep thing is mine. Next. Carmen, my fellow Canadian, third-degree black belt, national champion. But she's Canadian, so redacted, we're safe. Oh! Immediately no. No.
I mean, guys, you gotta get out of here.
Sorry, man.
Come on, enough. Four guys, come on.
They kind of smell too. Who else do we? Well, if it isn't Kendall Blue, Gray. If it isn't Kendall Gray, former USA national team, 61-0. Okay. Undefeated. Well, let's see if you're undefeated tonight after Alba defeats you. Okay. Take care of her, please. I'm going to find Ethan. We have a match. Taviana. Okay,
Alright, I don't really know what the point of that segment was. She was just going up and down in a line. I don't know if she seemed like she was looking for a partner or something, but don't think she has a partner for tonight. But anyways, Kendall Gray, that's interesting, from Evolve. She's got a match tonight with Alba Fire from the Secret Hervis. So it looks like they think enough of Kendall Gray to give her a NXT match. That's very interesting. But for the whole segment here, I'm not going to give any points. I mean, I don't know. There was a couple of cameos from NXT people. Callie Armstrong, Chantel Monroe, Carmen Petrovich, and then the Hank and Tank thing, they came in trying to be funny. But okay, I don't know. I'm moving on though. I got a match coming up. It's what's left of the NQCC. Looks like Charlie Dempsey. Here's where he's with Ren Sinclair, and he's facing off against Joe Hendry from NXT. Yeah, this is from last week. This stemmed from last week, as Ren Sinclair was trying to cheer up Charlie Dempsey, called on Joe Hendry, called upon his name, but Charlie Dempsey was not having it. He was in a pissed off mood, so instead they ended up in a match. This turned out to be a good match, though, I will say. Joe Hendry showed his chain wrestling prowess, and I'll show some of that. Let's see.
What you doing there?
Here's Joe Hendry. I mean, nothing really to say here. We're just watching Joe Hendry and Charlie Dempsey go to work on one another. If you thought Joe Hendry can't wrestle, here he is. Here he is wrestling. I don't know if this is good wrestling. It looks good to me. I think this is the part. See, it's a lot of chain wrestling here. So this is the part where Joe Hendry is going to I don't even know what I'm showing here. I don't even know. Okay, all right. Joe Hendry can chain wrestle, and he's very proud of himself. Yes. All right, let's move on to the finish. It's a standing ovation from Joe Hendry for the win. I'll give the match a half thumbs up. Although Ren Sinclair looks like she has a hard time watching Charlie Dempsey take that loss, but still, I thought it was a pretty good match. I don't know what's up with Charlie Dempsey's character. It's not that interesting. It's very one-dimensional. I don't know why Ren Sinclair sticks with him, but okay. The crowd doing their thing for Joe Hendry. They still believe, but regardless, all right, I'm moving on. Josh Briggs is coming in. He has totally turned on Yoshiki Inamura, so that's coming up later. I think they're going to have a big meeting head-to-head in the ring. But first, we got Lola Vice and Kalani Jordan backstage, so let's see what they got to say.
Jeez, I think you're ready. Mira, Lani.
I love you, but I have to win this match tonight.
We will win.
Mama, I've been on a roll. From AAA to Evolution, huge opportunity tonight. And Triple Mania this weekend, I ain't stopping till I get to the top, and it's about time I become NXT Women's Champion.
I get it. Vice City is heating up, but I've been this close to a women's title match. And the woman that's taking that title from JC is me.
Look, don't do that. I got money on both of y'all tonight in this tag match, all right? But understand, when it comes to this women's title, Jada Parker has next, and y'all goofy for thinking otherwise.
Oh my gosh.
Don't mess up my parlay.
Huh?
Okay.
What if she wins up? Okay.
I have to win this match tonight.
So do I.
Alright, so Lola Vice wants to keep her good run going. Kalani Jordan wants the NXT title, so does Jada Parker. Half a point for me on that segment. I'm moving on though. I got Josh Briggs. Very important segment in the ring as he's going to cut a promo. Let's listen to Josh Briggs.
Yo, your boos mean nothing because I see what you guys cheer. You know what? When someone shows you who they really are, believe them. Inamura said that he was my friend, but he wasn't. He was just selfish. He was spineless. They ain't turning it off. It's on all night.
Turn his mic off. That's hilarious. That's a great chant. 2 thumbs up for me for the crowd.
When Inamura came back to NXT, he acted like it was for me. But it wasn't for me. The only thing he cared about was his big plan to become NXT champion. He didn't care about our friendship. Look, I tried to be the best friend that I could be. And he didn't care. I tried to make him a champion, but he failed because he lives by this stupid code of honor that everyone in here likes. Bro, there is no honor in NXT. How many times do I have to tell you? I am not a man of honor. I am a man of mayhem, and I should be the NXT champion. But because of Inamura, I'm not. Inamura needs to learn that the only way you survive in NXT is by fighting dirty. So, buddy, next week in Philadelphia, let's put that honor on the line in a Philadelphia street fight.
I think we're about to get it.
All right, so we finally got a full explanation from Briggs for why he turned on Inamura. We already knew, though, but all right, here comes Inamura. Inamura is going to respond to Josh Briggs' challenge.
Briggs, I saw you are my friend, but now you are just how do you say in English? A jackass. You are a jackass. I fight my way with honor. Obey the rules. But in a Philadelphia street fight, the match with no rules, the honor will be in. beating you.
All right, the honor will just be in beating him. All right, so that's that. No more speaking. Inamura goes to town, attacks Josh Briggs. There it is. All right, so they have a little brawl, I think, and I think it turns into a pull apart from what I remember. Inamura kicks Briggs out of the ring, and he's going to go to the top rope, but yeah, here comes security. They try to fight off security for a little bit, and Josh Briggs goes into the security guards, and there we go. Here comes the dive from Inamura off the top rope. All right, so this whole segment, I got to give a rating to. We're going to see Briggs. We're going to see Inamura. I'm looking forward to that. I think it's a good feud, so I'm going to give this segment a thumbs up. But yeah, it was funky how Briggs kind of turned on Inamura, because they were friends for a while, and he never knew that his best friend wanted to fight with Honor, and then totally switched sides. So, you know, I think I'm with Inamura here, morally. Inamura wants to fight with Honor, let him fight with Honor, man. But all right, we're gonna find out next week what happens. Next up, we got a sit-down interview. It's Jordynne Grace, so she's going to comment on Blake Monroe. She's getting interviewed. Let's see what happens here.
Jordynne Grace, thank you so much for your time today. Now, we're all wondering how you're feeling after the very harsh words from Blake Monroe, not only just about you, but also about your physical journey getting to WWE.
Kelly, this is probably going to surprise a lot of people, but Blake is actually right.
No. What do you mean?
I've spent most of my life avoiding mirrors because I just didn't like what I saw. And it's not that I wasn't beautiful, and it's not that I wasn't strong. I could never see myself like that. If my journey was just physical, lifting weights, counting down the number on a scale, it probably would have been a lot easier. But the real battle has never been with my body. It's always been with my mind, my self-worth, that little voice in my head saying that I'm never, ever going to be good enough, no matter how hard I try.
I think that that's a feeling that a lot of women can relate to, actually. And then whenever you let
a lot of people do
Blake in, I feel like we started to see this softer side of you.
And I let my guard down. That's 100% on me. That's my fault. But I've always felt like an outsider, especially now. So when someone like Blake came along, someone I thought was an outsider in her own right, I wanted to connect. I did. I wanted to feel like we could maybe understand each other. But I see who she is now. We share the same weakness, except hers is wrapped up in a designer confidence. She doesn't think that she's good enough, so she projects that on other women, tearing them down so that she can stand taller. There's real power in being able to see through someone like that. And to all the little Jordans watching, remember this. Real strength doesn't feed on someone else's weakness.
Now, in 2 weeks at Heatwave, you get Blake Monroe one-on-one. So what can we expect?
I'm not going to be stepping in that ring with Blake to prove that I'm better than her or to try to get revenge. I'm going to be stepping in that ring to remind her and the WWE Universe that there's no blueprint for a champion. Champions come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And more importantly, champions are able to silence the doubts in their minds and then silence bullies like Blake Monroe. At Heatwave, I'm going to show Blake exactly what a champion looks like.
Really?
All right, some very inspiring words from Jordynne Grace, but, it wasn't a very exciting interview to me. I'm not going to hand out any points for it. But okay, we're backstage to Blake Monroe. She's actually here with Ava. All right, interesting. Let's see what she has to say backstage.
She thinks I'm insecure. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can, especially after you embarrassed her, remember?
Okay, and
Because of that, you're actually going to meet her in the ring next week face to face before your big match at Heatwave. What? But nothing. Good luck, Blake. You're going to need it.
Bias much?
What?
All right, all right. I'll give that a half a point. We're going to get a Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace meeting next week, thanks to Ava. All right, before we get there, we get some replays from TNA Wrestling. All right, so TNA in the house, getting a free advertisement here on WWE. What do we see? So this was Masha Slamovich a couple weeks ago. Ash by Elegance ruined her NXT title match against JC Jane. And then the week after that, Masha Slamovich did the same thing, ruined Ash by Elegance's title shot against JC Jane. So TNA Knockouts World title still on JC Jane. But all right, as we get there, we got an interview backstage with JC Jane. Okay, so let's see what JC Jane has to say. She's in a match tonight with her partner Fallon Henley, thanks to Jasmine Nix. So they've been at each other's throats, and Jasmine Nix set them up in a tag match. So they've kind of been snipping at each other.
Fallon Henley coming up next. You're taking on two potential contenders for the NXT Women's Championship in Kalani Jordan and Lola Vice. JC, how important is it to win this match?
Well, obviously, like I said last week, Blake, we've dealt with Lola, and we've already beaten Kalani. So what else is there to say? I'd like to thank Fallon for answering my question for me.
You're welcome.
Just like I'd like to thank Jasmine for putting us in this match this week. But if you want to eliminate two women from the title contention, what better way than to just do it all yourself? If Lola and Kalani think that they can hang with the double champ, well, I'd love to see that. What, Fallon? Look!
Well, JC, speaking of your titles, I know you've also had some issues with Masha Slamovich as well as Ash by Elegance and her personal concierge at TNA.
What the hell are they doing here?
Probably here to watch the tag match.
Let's go.
Hey, champ. I just wanted to say good luck tonight.
Thanks.
All right, well, I'll give that segment half a point. Some interesting things happened. TNA showed up, Ash by Elegance and the Elegance brand, the personal concierge, Masha Slamovich, and Brinley Reese, or Lainey Reed, I'm sorry, that's not Brinley Reese. Lainey Reed, she's been friendly with JC Jane. She should join Fatal Influence, to be honest. Make her stable a little stronger. Why not, if she wants to be friends with her? But all right, this leads directly into the next tag match. Fatal Influence are going to have a match. The Knockout/TNA champion, JC Jane and Fallon Henley with Jasmine Nix. But before we get there, I think we got a backstage segment with the baby faces in the main event on the men's side. That would be Moose, Obafemi, and Javon Evans and Trick Williams. So they're backstage in their locker room. We'll get back to the other match in a second.
So clearly none of us are friends. Never have been, never will be. So we're not going to do any of that can they coexist nonsense tonight. Because now more than ever, we do need to coexist if we want to take care of this Dark State problem once and for all. We're not just any four men going up against Dark State. We are the alpha males of our species. So let's go be that tonight.
Oh, yeah. You know what, you're right. I don't gotta be friends with none of y'all, as long as it means whooping Dark State's ass from pillar to post.
All right.
I'm down for whatever, gang. All right.
So we have an accord, huh?
No, Trey, you still not talking, huh?
Hey, look, dog. It is what it is tonight. But come Friday at Emergence, you taking that L. You taking that L in Philly, and you taking the big L of them all, right there at Heatwave.
Oh, no deal about that.
Yeah, those Dark State guys are the worst. Oh, yeah, really, what a whooping on tonight. Hey, them almost much as past. Come on, hey,
All right, that was weird at the end with Hank and Tank fumigating. I don't know why they're doing that. I'll take off a point for there. That's a thumbs down. What the fuck? All right, the other stuff for the backstage segment with Trick telling everyone they about to take a loss, I'll give that a half a point, but they got to coexist tonight. So, all right. Let's get back to the match. All right, so Fatal Influence against Lola and Kalani. So let's go through some highlights. Yes, Ash by Elegance is there. Masha Slamovich is there. And the match is underway. Here's some interference. Looks like Jasmine Nix is going to be involved. Although she got this match booked, she's still there to help her stablemates for the moment. Here's Jasmine Nix and Fallon Henley running away from Kalani Jordan, leading her straight into a trap as Jacy Jayne takes the advantage for her side. More interference later on in the match as Jasmine Nix and Jacy Jayne are arguing about who's going to do the dirty work. That was enough of a distraction for Kalani Jordan. And here's some more interference later on. Jasmine Nix again getting involved. But here's the finish. That distraction leads to a back fist from Lola Vice and a split-legged moonsault from Kalani Jordan. So with all the distraction and all the interference, Kalani and Lola still win. Kalani kind of brags that she got the pin, so she's obviously going to use that, try to parlay that into some kind of title shot. And the TNA people watch Jacy Jayne from the audience. So there you go. That's that. All right, the match itself. The match, I'm not going to give any points to. I don't know. It's a little clunky, all the interference. Post-match, TNA people in there giving Jacy Jayne the business. Nothing really happened, though. They didn't jump the guardrail or anything. They're just there. So, all right, that's that. I'm moving on to the next segment. It's a Jasper Troy video package. Looks like he's going to cut a promo. He is involved with Ricky Starks.
I can't stand Ricky Saints.
I came into NXT with the target on my back because of the hype that I had behind my name.
I've been dealing with smug guys like Ricky my whole life.
Jack Patrol is trying to get to where I'm at. Jack Patrol is jealous of who I am and what I've done.
It's just like all those star QBs I used to protect when I was an offensive lineman. They think they're so cool. Dripped out every game, perfect hair, perfect teeth, perfect everything. They get all the girls and get all the glory. But they'd be nothing without a monster like me protecting them. Ain't no one protecting you now, Ricky. I'm putting you in the dirt.
You got Jasper Troy. He's young, he's angry, he has all this rage, but he's inexperienced.
You talk about me being angry? Someone like you can't relate. You've been handed everything, and I'm here to take it. Count out win ain't good enough. Next week in Philly, I'm gonna end you in the ring, and then the spotlight's gonna be where it's supposed to, on Jasper Troy.
All right, I like that. That's a thumbs up for me. That was a good promo. Sorry, where's my thumbs up? There it is. All right, moving on. Got a lot of shows to get through here, All right, so here's Kendall Gray's first appearance, I think, on NXT. She's having a match with Alba Fire. They do first show some footage of her as an amateur wrestler. I guess she was on the American Olympic team, so she's legit. And here's Alba Fire, and here's Chelsea and Ethan Page watching backstage. So Ethan Page, I think, is going to get involved in a way. But here's the match. Kendall Gray, impressive early, but here's an interference spot. Slap to the face. All right, kind of weird. But all right, let's see. Here's something to play backstage. It's Chelsea Green and Ethan Page talking.
Chelsea, I trust you. But I need to go out there for a closer look.
Okay, yep. You got this. I'll be right here. Waiting for you.
Kendall right now.
All right, so Ethan Page is going out there. He's going out there. All right, here comes Ethan Page. So he's going to check on Piper Niven, who just got beat up by Kendall Gray. And here is an eye rake. So here's the finish. It leads to the finisher from Alba Fire. So she's going to get the win here. All right, interesting. Post-match, Ethan Page grabs the mic. I guess beforehand, am I going to give that match any points? No, no points for that match. But Ethan Page is going to talk. So let's hear what Ethan Page has to say post-match.
That's the best America's got right there! Oh! Tavion Heights, I am very sorry that the secret Hervis had to embarrass your pick like that. I'm so sorry. But that's just because the Canadian standard of excellence will always be
called a moose and lived to tell the tale? I didn't know we was playing two truths and a lie, Ethan. While I may respect Kendall and acknowledge everything she's done here at NXT, that ain't my pick, dog. Nah. You see, I picked a woman who's done something that no woman's ever done in WWE history. And that is win an Olympic gold medal. And you about to meet her right now, dog.
All right, so Tyra May Steele is behind Ethan Page. And yes, last week, Tavion Heights said he was going to find someone to help him fight the women in Ethan Page's new stable, I guess, or group of friends. So Tyra May Steele, I didn't know she won a gold medal. Interesting. So there she is with a suplex on both members of the Secret Service and Tyra May Steele. I thought he was going to pick Ren Sinclair, but no. Tavion Heights has picked Tyra May Steele. All right, so for that post-match angle, I'll give it a half a point. Wasn't expecting to see Tyra May Steele, but all right. Good stuff. Looks like that's going to be a match. Ethan Page and Tavion Heights. Not a bad idea. But Fatal Influence is backstage, so let's see what is going on with them. They're probably disappointed with their loss.
You when I was getting pinned. Nowhere. All right, well, where was Jasmine? That's a good point. You got us this match and you don't even help me? Yeah. What are you good for?
Oh, it's not my fault you lost. What the hell are you doing here again?
You again?
Hey, don't even knock. That's okay, because I was actually just about to confine you. Since you're a double champ, you defend both titles for both brands, and I just got off the phone with Santino Marella, and you're going to be defending your TNA Knockouts title at Heatwave.
Great. Who's my opponent?
Masha Slamovich.
I've already beaten her. I'll beat her.
And Ash by Elegance. Triple threat.
It feels so good to hear it a second time. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. JC, count those days. Enjoy. Because at Heatwave, the Knockouts World title is finally going to become elegant.
Who keeps inviting you here?
Hey, I'm just...
Ban him from NXT right now.
Seriously.
Now. No. But you know what? I heard you guys kind of like arguing earlier, and I came up with the perfect solution on how you can channel that energy and make up again.
Oh, great. Let's hear it.
6-woman tag next week in Philly. Fatal Influence will take on the Elegance brand. Yes.
You gotta be kidding me.
Got it.
Great. Wonderful, Ava.
Love
Thank you so much.
No
Thank you so
problem.
much.
Anything for you guys.
Ava, that was fantastic. Absolutely amazing doing business with you. It's a pleasure.
Certainly.
Nice seeing the personal concierge there. One of my favorite characters in all of wrestling. I'll give a full point there. But yes, we learned a lot. Triple threat for the Knockouts title coming up, and a 6-man tag for Fatal Influence next week. But all right, let's see. Backstage, we got Chelsea Green and Ethan Page arguing about their disastrous day.
What happened?
I would love to know what the hell happened. All that extensive research, and somehow we missed the first ever female Olympic gold medalist in WWE.
But Kendall fit the bill so perfectly. There are too many well-acclimated people in this building, Ethan.
I mean, that's kind of the place's whole thing. Everybody's brilliant.
Piper, no. Oh, I think I'm coming on with a migraine. We have a problem. We have a major problem.
Yeah, we got a big problem. The problem is Mr. and Mrs. Olympics.
Okay, wait, let me think. Tavion, Tyra. I've got it. I've got it. We're going to act swiftly and immediately. A peace treaty between Canada and America.
Genius. No. This is genius because I can contact my contact at the Canadian Parliament. We can get the documents drawn up and do this next week. Done. Problem solved.
Agents, stay on high alert. Peace treaty in Philadelphia next week.
Great idea. Love it.
All right, peace treaty. Funky, funny. Goes along with their gimmick. I'll give it a half a point. I'll be nice. But all right, I think we got the main event coming up. Yes, it's an 8-man tag. The baby faces will not Trick. Everyone but Trick. Javon, Trick, Moose, and Obafemi, and they're taking on Dark State. Let's run through some highlights real quick. Dark State coming through the entranceway. Maybe they're turning them to regular wrestlers, I guess. But I'm skipping ahead. Here's a funny spot as they don't like Trick, so they're going to throw him over the top rope into Dark State. That's funny. That was a funny spot. I'll give that a point. I'll give that a full point on my review. Kind of a low NXT today. low amount of points. I was hoping to hit 20 points. But all right, it looks like Trick Williams, he's like, that worked. Kind of turns face here, fist bumps everybody. So that was a little funny spot too, though, man. I'll give that a half a point. But they're not actually going to be friends. But here's a kick to Dion Lennox, from Javon Evans. And a dive from Javon onto Osiris Griffin on the outside. We got to give a full point there for a Javon Evans dive. Obviously, those are always really good. And he's going to also dive onto Saquon Sugars on the outside. Crazy. So crazy set of moves from Javon Evans here. And he's fired up. But here's the finishing sequence. Oh, that was a cool spot right there. They were going to fling Javon into a powerbomb for Dark State, but Moose and Obafemi threw them out of the way and caught Javon instead, and they're going to nail Dark State with Javon Evans instead. But Obafemi, in the end, makes a mistake. He nails Javon Evans by accident, and then Moose as well nails Obafemi by accident. So they hit their own guys, and Trick, in the end, does not get in the ring to help Javon Evans, and Dark State get the win. So a little bit of legitimacy back for Dark State. I'll give that match, I'll give it a point. I say I liked it. I think it served a lot of purposes in terms of the feuds. On the babyface side, it gave Dark State something back, although I don't really have much faith in them. But there was a small afterbirth for the second the show ended. Few seconds before the show ended, as Hank and Tank come in and they want a piece of Dark State's ass, and there's a pull apart and a brawl to end the show there. All right, so that's NXT. The afterbirth, I won't give any points there. There was just like 5 seconds left on the show. Maybe they mistimed it. But all right, 14.5 points. I will say that is kind of subpar. I was hoping for more. But okay, I got to move on to the next show. I'm short on time today, so I'm going to try to cut through Evolve also. Let's see if we could get to TNA after this. We'll see. But all right, we got a video package that reviewed some stuff from last week. Keanu Carver beat down Jackson Drake's stablemate Bryce Donovan, and he has his eye on the Evolve title. Also, Carmen Petrovic and Tyra May Steele. Looks like they are going to face off for a chance to win a shot at the Evolve title and Callie Armstrong. So they both want that. All right, so that's a little bit of a preview of what's to come. But all right, we got the first segment of the night. It's a match. It's Tate Wilder against Brooks Jensen. Okay, so Tate Wilder, newcomer. Brooks Jensen has been on NXT, demoted to Evolve. But all right, let's see. I think I got a spot here. It's a backflip from Tate Wilder. Not bad. All right, half a point from me on that backflip. I got to give Evolve some points here. Here's let's see, looks like the finish. It's a couple of running lariats, two of them, two running clotheslines from Brooks Jensen is going to pick up the win for him. All right, no points for me on this match, though. We got a post-match, pretty disrespectful is Brooks Jensen at Tate Wilder. I would say he should give him a receipt for that and not really let this end. I won't give any points for that little bit of disrespect, but regardless, I don't think that should end. I think if Tate Wilder has any respect for himself, he should continue this thing with Brooks Jensen. But during the replays, Jordan Oasis, who Brooks Jensen left in the dust in a tag team match, attacks him. Doesn't follow him out of the ring, though, basically. He just got a few shots in. Brooks tried to get a shot in, but he is thwarted by Jordan Oasis. All right, so I'll give a half point to Jordan Oasis here, attacking Brooks Jensen. That made sense. He needs to attack him. But all right, I'm moving on to the next segment. Wendy Chu is watching herself defeat Carly Bright last week and laughing about it, and that's all the segment is. But I'm going to give a point to Wendy Chu. Later on, all right, it looks like Adrenaline Drip is hanging out. This is Jack Cartwheel and Cappuccino Jones. So this is from earlier in the day.
There we go. Yeah, just a couple more sets, man. We got this. Thanks, bro. Yeah. Hey, you did great out there against Jamar. But man, it's like these dudes just keep on getting bigger and bigger. That's why we're here, to turn a double shot into a triple shot.
Whoa! Let's go, lightweight, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for the spot, bro. Yeah, man. You guys see that? You see it? Yeah. Impressive. Maybe one day you can lift as much as me. You see gnarly Harley Riggins and the space cowboy Jax Presley are just getting a solid pump in so we can look extra shredded. Evolve's newest signees have to stay ready for their debut.
That's right. Great, that's just what we need is some more muscle heads.
What was that?
Huh?
I think you two are getting a little too comfortable around here. What do you think, Jax?
I don't know if these boys can handle a couple of D1 studs.
D1 studs, we can handle. Hey, Jack, not here. How about you two see us in the ring? And we gonna see who really belongs. Mm-hmm. Not here, though, come on.
All right. We go see. Let's go.
Adrenaline Drip are not making many friends.
All right, couple of newcomers step up to Adrenaline Drip. No points for me there, though. They do introduce some new characters. What is their names? No, sorry, no half a point. This is a indifferent. Press the wrong button. Jax Presley and Harley Riggins. Okay, some more new WWE names that sound very generic, but okay. Moving on. What do we got next? We got Vanity Project. Vanity Project hanging out backstage. They're going to bully Bryce Donovan for not defeating Keanu Carver last week, which is ridiculous.
You know what I'm on, bro? Hey, look who it is, Mr. Fumble the Bag himself. Do you want to tell me what the hell happened out there last week?
You saw what happened.
I did see exactly what happened. You had one job, take out Keanu. You couldn't even handle that. You got your ass handed to you.
You want to say that again?
I think you heard me.
Help each other or not? What's happening?
Yo, buddy, I'm not messing with the tone you're giving Heartbreak Drake right now.
Yeah, what the hell, man? Don't talk to the champ like that, bro.
Thanks to you, Keanu just got one step closer to getting the Evolve Championship. You don't want Keanu to get this championship, do you?
No, we don't.
Okay then.
I'm sorry. I should have taken out Keanu last week and I didn't. That's my bad. It's on me.
Dude, we'll get by it. It's all good.
BP always bounces back, bro. That's right. We always bounce back. That starts tonight. Talk to Stevie. Real deal.
Yeah?
You and Layla Diggs tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
You're gonna ask
Hey,
me?
swipe right.
Yeah.
I got you guys. Next week, ID Showcase Tag Match. Both of you guys.
Okay, a little bit more of a notice.
Like a week of notice. Hey, we're bouncing back.
Dude, that's
Look, you guys surprised me last week, and I want to return the favor, all right?
Wow.
Okay, ease up, guys.
That's a petty thing.
Huh?
Next week, bro, we have a party.
Hey, you know what? It's okay, because you guys are going to do way better than he did.
Well, we know that.
Party
Still,
afterwards.
it's annoying.
Party after I want party.
Alright, weird camera angle, stationary camera, recorded all this, very indie, but okay. I think I'll give a half point just for the storyline here, them bullying Bryce Donovan and then him trying to get back at them, making matches for them. Very interesting to see some dissension so early in their history. I don't know what this means. Are they going to kick Bryce Donovan out? He doesn't seem like he fit in. Never thought Bryce Donovan really fit in. But all right, next up we got a kind of important booking, I think. Dante Chen and Idris Inoue are having their rematch. And before the bell rings, Idris Inoue takes off the turnbuckle. So the commentators notice it, but nobody does anything about it. So I don't think Dante Chen even notices it. And he's going to go into that turnbuckle later on. Here's the start to the match. Hot start. These two are in a vicious feud. Idris Inoue obviously disrespected Dante Chen. And there is Dante Chen going into the turnbuckle, the open turnbuckle. He's going to be in pain because of that for the whole match. Here's Idris Inoue talking shit during the match.
They just go together well in the ring. Very similar attributes.
Telling him he wants to watch him suffer, I guess. This got personal for Idris Inoue, but it's going to be embarrassing as he is going to take a loss again. Despite all that, Dante Chen hits the Chenthal touch, as he calls it. I thought it was a bit of a flat finish, but I'm gonna give this match an indifferent. I don't know. I expected more from it. I thought this could be like an epic feud. I thought maybe they should have gave this one to Idris Inoue and have them fight again. But no, Dante Chen with a decisive victory. But okay, I'm moving on. Backstage, we got Tate Wilder. Looks like he's going to get stepped up to by Ridge Holland, who's still here after getting demoted from NXT.
That's 2 straight losses for the Cowboy. Such a shame. If only there wasn't a superstar, much wiser, with more experience, telling you to get out.
2 losses? 2 losses? I don't see him that way. I see it as 2 lessons. That's what Evolve's all about, right? Growth, getting knocked off the horse and getting right back up. See, that's what you refuse to see in me, Ridge, is I'm not afraid to jump off the cliff, land on my face, wipe the dirt off, and keep going.
Well, I guess you'll get used to failing, because that's all you'll ever do.
Well, if I'm such an easy target, why don't you get in the ring with me and find out?
Because I'm focused on bigger things, Sunshine. Next week, Shawn Legacy finds out firsthand the difference between someone who competes on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and someone who competes on Evolve. In fact, here's a pro tip for you. When I'm done with Legacy, have a little chat with him, and maybe then you won't bother me with your silly little requests.
Well, I don't know. Ridge Holland here trying to talk himself up still, even though he's been demoted. Come on, man. You're on Evolve too. No points for me for Ridge Holland. I always thought it was weird that he won that stipulation match that ended Chase U, but since he got demoted, I guess that stipulation doesn't really matter anymore. But all right, I got Kylie Ray backstage with Stevie Turner. Let's see what's going on in the general manager's office.
Today, Kylie. You always conduct yourself so well. I don't expect today to be any different. Thank you, Stevie. Also, thank you for your time today, but I just want to start out by saying Chantel Monroe, she keeps cutting me down, and honestly, I'm done with it. I came here first because Kylie, listen. I completely... No, hold on. I'm so sorry for interrupting, but I wanted to say that after dealing with Wendy Chu, I learned that it's okay for me to stand up for myself.
Yeah, and Kylie, that is what I love about you. So how about this? You and Chantel, you can have your one-on-one match next week. And it will be a championship eliminator match.
Oh my gosh!
Like that?
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. This is why you're Prime Minister. Thank you so much, Stevie.
Oh, yes, lovely.
Hey, Jordan.
Hey, Kylie. Stevie, you wanted to see me?
Yes, Jordan. Take a wild guess as to why I would want to see you. What the bloody hell has gotten into you?
Listen, when you're out here by yourself, Stevie, all you have is your word. Brooks went back on that when he left me in the tag match.
Yes, I get that, but you cannot keep interfering in matches.
Fine, but I know I just pissed off Brooks, so he can find me if he wants to settle it.
Take a week, cool down. I will figure this out. Okay?
Fine.
Yes.
All right, interesting stuff, I guess. We got an eliminator match for Kylie Ray and Chantel Monroe. I will not give that any points. And also, Jordan Oasis, Stevie Turner wants him to stay put for a little while till she makes the match, I guess, probably in the end. I still won't give any points to that either. But we got a match. It's Layla Diggs. She's with Mason Holiday. I think they've got like a goofy little dance they do together now, which is fine. You know, I'll give the dance a half a point. At least they practice something before the show, trying to entertain the audience. But here's Zeta Steele. She's with Bryce Donovan. And let's see, mid-match, Zeta's struggling. She calls on Donovan to help her. Needs help. Zeta takes advantage of the referee not looking, I don't know, to get some kind of advantage there. Just funny that or Vanity Project, not the rest of the Vanity Project is not here, but she definitely needs help. So Bryce Donovan here sets up a chair, and he tries to distract the ref, but the ref sees the chair, and there's the second bit of interference, and then he gets ejected. So Zeta Steele is left on her own, and Layla Diggs hits her finisher, the Diggity Splits, as it's called, and Zeta Steele takes the loss. So I think Zeta Steele could take the loss. I think her character's doing well. She's in an interesting, funny stable, so I thought it was a good result. And then post-match, some more celebration, TikTok celebration. But all right, I got to move on. We got Jamar Hampton backstage. Looks like he's going to have a...
Hey, go. Go.
What was with you coming out to
run in with It's Gall. So here it is, Jamar Hampton.
watch my match a few weeks ago?
Huh? Oh, yeah, that wasn't me, dude.
Fam, I literally saw you. There ain't too many folks that look like you.
Oh, you know it, Mr. Tandon Jack, ready to attack. It's Gall. There's only one in this world.
Only one in this world that was watching my match. So what were you doing out there?
That must have been a CGI or an AI, one of the eyes.
My eyes don't lie, but it's whatever. If you want to keep lying, it's cool. I gotta hit the gym anyway.
Wait. What are you hitting at the gym?
Chest day.
Chest day, best day. I got this one workout. Destroys my pecs every time. You don't even need a heavy weight to get a ferocious pump.
Sounds good.
Let me show you how it's done.
Like, train together.
If you insist. Follow me, dummy. Let's get it. Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what.
The hell, Jamar Hampton and It's Gall being a odd couple, I'll give that a thumbs up for the idea. I don't think It's Gall was there to really distract Jamar Hampton. I think that was just a byproduct. Even though he's saying I wasn't there, it was an AI, that was kind of funny. It's Gall always makes me laugh. But alright, here's Super Sean Legacy. He's getting interviewed by Chewy Martinez. He's got a match with Ridge Holland next week.
Evo fam, how you doing? Chewy Martinez here, hanging out with my buddy Sean Legacy. How you doing, Sean?
Good, Chewy. How are you?
Pretty good, brother. Pretty good. You know, I have you here, man. We got to talk about it. All right, the Keanu Carver match, not going exactly as planned. But where is your head at after that match, my friend?
I mean, I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
I am. I'm disappointed because I wanted to be able to defend what he did to Timothy Thatcher. Right. I wanted to be able to defend the WWE ID program, but I fell up short. I failed. But here's the thing about failure. So you can either stop, quit, go home, or you can learn from it. You can look at it as a learning method. And that's what I'm doing. And now, Keanu Carver is actually going after the Vanity Project.
There you go.
And I don't like either one of them. So when the dust settles with that, my eyes will still be on the prize.
And speaking about prizes, my man Ice Williams had some pretty unsavory things to say about you at a match recently, and we actually have a clip of that. Can we roll that?
Apparently, there's a whole lot of yapping going on about who the #1 WWE ID prospect is. And I'm really sick that I took it apart in the conversation, but Sean Legacy is? But we all know that's cap. Shut up, Mike. Because there's only one #1. The WWE ID prospect is the bonus on the planet. Ice. Williams.
Your thoughts on that, Sean?
Here's the thing about chasing your goal, is you're gonna make enemies. Now, I don't consider Ice Williams an enemy. His in-ring ability is ice cold. He has charisma. He's absolutely killing it on the indies. I have major respect for Ice Williams, but at the end of the day, it's all noise. And what I do is I get back up, brush myself off, I keep moving forward, and I look towards the future. And right now, I'm looking at going after the biggest dog in WWE Evolve, which is Ridge Holland.
All right.
Now, both of us have our eyes on the WWE Evolve title. Now, I get it. I took a step back against Keanu, but if I can beat Ridge, I know that should be more than enough to be back in the picture.
Well, you heard it here first, y'all. Sean Legacy has his eye on the prize and his eye on Ridge Holland. Better watch out, Ridge. And yo, brother, I appreciate you for being here.
Oh, thank you, Chewy.
Thank you, sir. Can we do the...
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's do it this way. No, pinkies down, man. Pinkies down.
Like that? Like
pinkies
that?
down. Yeah, we'll do this.
All right, so Sean Legacy fighting battles on multiple fronts. I don't know. I'll give that a indifferent because that promo they played from Ice Williams was just so low quality. But okay, I understand what they were going for. But okay, that interview did nothing for me. Sean Legacy's great in the ring, very ordinary personality. But all right, let's get to the main event. It's Carmen Petrovic. This is an World or Evolve title eliminator match against Tyra May Steele, as they call it. There it is, championship eliminator match, directly stolen from the brain of Tony Khan. So that's a TNA or AEW idea that WWE have taken away. And here's the match. All right, so huge German suplex early from Tyra May Steele, obviously the stronger competitor strength-wise. But all right, I'm going to skip directly to the finish. It looks like Carmen Petrovich is going to hit her with the finishing move, and this match turned around basically when Tyra May Steele went full force into the turnbuckle, and that ruined it for her. She had control of it before that. But yeah, Carmen Petrovich. All right, so she's the one who's going to face off against Callie Armstrong, and here's Callie Armstrong post-match to come face off with her. I'll give that match no points. I don't know. I was indifferent to that main event, but at least we got a result. We know who the next challenger is going to be for the Evolve title. 4.5 points for me today. Not a very good score. I was hoping to hit 10 points for an hour-long show, but it's okay. We got another one, TNA Impact, to get through, so let's jump straight to that. All right, let's run through this Impact. This is the show before Emergence. It was on Thursday. Emergence was the next day on Friday, so let's see what they got for us here. The opening video package went through what happened with Moose and Trick the day before. They also had a little bit of business on NXT, but regardless, that's the next TNA title shot, TNA title match for the world title. And also, Sami Callihan and Mike Santana, they're going to face off in what might be Sami Callihan's last match if he doesn't win. And EY stepped up to Santana for not regaining that TNA World title. Mustafa Ali also defeated Joe Hendry thanks to his new henchman. So that's all they filled us in on in the opening video package. But all right, first segment of the match, of the show, we see Moose has been attacked. So I'm not a fan of this trope where they show people who have already been attacked. But Moose has been attacked supposedly by Trick. The System are pissed off about it, but they go up to Santino. They're like, our match that we're about to have in the main event, it's right now. So they basically walk to the ring and they jumpstart the show. So I won't give any points for that opening segment just for showing Moose laying there. I don't know. I don't like when they do that. I think they should show the attack. But all right, here comes Eddie Edwards to start the show and cut a promo.
Trick Williams, first class. The time for talking is finished. Get your asses out here. Let's finish this once and for all.
The System wants to get their hands on.
All right, so they call out Trick and First Class. So there come Trick and First Class, and this is going to be a jump start as System are going to attack them on the entranceway. So Brian Myers over the top rope here. There's a spot. Here's JDC also with a cool little moonsault. I'll give his move there a thumbs up. I liked how that looked. I don't see JDC doing stuff like that too often. But all right, the match starts. Here's Trick Williams with the opening shot on Eddie Edwards. Here's Rich Swann getting in there. Rich Swann's first appearance in the ring since his injury. AJ Francis, proud of his athleticism here. The finish out of nowhere, it's Swanee rolls up Brian Myers and gets the foot on the rope. So the System, despite wanting to start that match early, it didn't. It would have been a better main event, honestly, because the main event was not very good. But for that match, I will say I'll give it a half a point. So I think it was a good start to the show. Better if it was the main event. But all right, I'm moving on to the next segment. It's a tag match. It's Harley Hudson and Myla Grace. So we haven't seen much of them recently. New signees from TNA from the Indies, and they're facing off against Danny Luna and Indy Hartwell. So Danny Luna, already a new tag team partner. She's moved on from Jody Threat, I guess. We'll see a little bit of that later on. That storyline isn't quite over with Spitfire, but the finish here is the Hertz Donut from Indy Hartwell. Kind of a tough move to pull off, but yet it is her finisher, and they pick up the win for Danny Luna and Indy Hartwell. For the match, I'm not giving any points, unfortunately. I don't think anyone looked super good there. But there's a post-match and a bit of an afterbirth after showing some respect to their opponents. Rosemary's in the crowd, and she actually spits on Indy Hartwell. So you would think that Indy would have been a little more wary that a fan grabbed her arm and been like really pissed off. But all right, so she gets chased off by Danny Luna, and that's a match that they're making for Emergence the next night. Rosemary and Indy. I'll give it a half point for Rosemary pulling off that move from the crowd. But moving on. All right, next week we see another replay of Mustafa Ali defeating Joe Hendry last week, thanks to help. Here's Order 4. His guys, Mustafa Ali's guys. John Schuyler is in the match today. He's with the rest of Order 4 minus Mustafa Ali, and he's facing off against Matt Cardona. Interesting. All right, so here's some interference from Hotch while the referee was distracted. So Order 4 putting in work. Schuyler, but Schuyler is not going to be able to get this win, as Matt Cardona is going to hit the radio silence and pick up a win here against Order 4. Afterbirth, though, he's going to get attacked. I'm not going to give that match any points. But the Afterbirth, here it is. It's Hotch entering. Enter also Mustafa Ali, and he calls upon Agent Zero to enter the ring and attack Matt Cardona. So he is going to put him down. There you go. All right, so Order 4 with a little bit of business after the match. I'll give that a half a point for taking down Matt Cardona and for the smug look on Mustafa Ali's face. But I'm moving on backstage. Indy Hartwell is getting treated for the burns, I guess, from Rosemary's spit to the face. I assume it burns, but all right. Here is Indy Hartwell, and she is with Jody Threat, Danny Luna's old tag team partner. So Danny Luna's going to be a little jealous here. Why is Jody Threat here involved in this?
It's really burning.
Indy,
yeah.
what happened? Oh my God!
Dude, I don't know.
Oh, how can I help you?
Sorry, I just got back. Okay, I was trying to find Rosemary. Jody, what are you doing here?
I heard about this. I'm here to help Indy.
Okay, yeah, I've got it. I've got it from here. Don't worry.
Are you sure? Extra hand?
Yeah, I mean, I'm covered in green. I was that tag team partner, so I'll take it from here. Okay, you know.
Look, ladies, back up. Give her some space. Okay, I'm taking care of her right now. Go do your thing.
Like eye drops or
Okay, yeah, I've got some eye drops.
Eye drops or some.
Okay. Get some. Yeah. Lean back like this. I do not know.
All right, so weird thing that's going on between Spitfire. They didn't really break up. They didn't have like a bad ending, but it looks like Danny Luna just kind of wants to move on with her life. I guess they should just have a match, though. Fuck it, just have a match. At this point, they need to have a serious falling out where Danny Luna just fucking beats up Jody Threat and they have a match. But all right, I'll give that a half point for the interestingness of what's to come, possibly. But all right, I'm moving on. Looks like I got a backstage segment with Order 4 as Tasha Steelz is walking backstage.
Where is he? Where is he?
Where's who?
Where's Ali? I want him at Emergence. One-on-one. Enough of this.
Oh, you want Mr. Ali at Emergence? You know something, Matthew? Mr. Ali is very busy, but that is a great idea. How about at Emergence? It will be you versus Mr. Ali. So on behalf of the Ali administration, we accept.
Yeah, you better bring Agent 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring 100 agents. He is mine at Emergence.
Oh yeah, well we'll see you then, Matthew.
All right, Tasha Steelz, Secretary of State for Mustafa Ali's cabinet, controlling Matt Cardona, who wants a piece of his ass. But all right, I'm moving on. We got some replays from NXT. JC Jane took a pinfall in a tag match that we saw. We just reviewed this, and there were TNA members there, TNA roster members, Masha Slamovich, Ash by Elegance, and Ava made that match for Heatwave for the TNA Knockouts World Title. So there you go. That's the triple threat. It's going to be on WWE television, believe it or not. But all right, moving on. We got Santino in the ring. He's going to say something. Let's see what Santino has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Emergence Knockout Tag Team Summit for of the top tag teams in the knockout division will be competing in a fatal four-way match for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. It's going to be intense. At this time, I would like to invite the reigning and defending TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, the Elephants brand.
The Elephants brand. Oh my god. Alright, so he brings up all the 4 members of this tag team match that's going to happen. So here's the Elegance brand, Laying Lee and Zaya Brookside, the Inspiration, and Fatal Influence from NXT. So I'm going to move on from there and continue listening to Santino.
I believe we all have some things we would like to get off our chest. This is your opportunity. And let's go with the champions first.
Yes, I don't know if you guys know this, but we're the tag team champions, so of course champions go first. So Miss M, take it away. On behalf of the Elegance brand, don't worry, we're gonna break it down in a way all you degenerates can understand. That means since we have the gold, we are the most dominant tag team in this ring. And that's not gonna change after Emergence. Pardon?
让我来。不管你们前面说了什么都不重要，因为结局只有一个，腰带会在我们身上。哎，对吧，大家？
There you go. I'd rather she speak her own language than broken English.
I have been underestimated my whole life. But you know what? I agree with you. We are gonna kick every single one of your asses.
I don't know if y'all noticed this or not, but it's kind of been a trend lately where the TNA titles keep being put around the NXT superstars' waists.
That's true. I think we all know NXT is simply the superior brand, which is why at Emergence, Jasmine and I will be walking out as your new Knockout World Tag Team Champions.
Thank you very much.
Listen, Toots, I think that both of you have been hit in the head one too many times. Hey, we did not come here to kiss spiders, all right? We came to TNA for one reason, and one reason only, and that is to become the two-time TNA Knockout World Tag Team Champions.
Very firm.
Okay. Hold on. Hey, hold on. Back up, guys. Back up. Wait a second. Wait a second. You guys got 5 seconds. Get it out of your system. Let's go.
What the hell? Whoa.
2,
He's doing this.
4, 5. Security. That's enough. Security.
5 seconds.
It's gone.
All right. Kind of funny, but Santino let them fight for 5 seconds. I'll give them that a half point. He's like, fuck it, go ahead and fight. And then he calls in security. There's still a pull apart. Anyways, though, here comes security. Here's Zaya Brookside with a dive. Here's Cassie Lee with a dive. Here's Laying Lee with a dive. And there you go. It's chaos after the match. I didn't like that segment very much, but okay. I'll say I'll move on from it. Let's see. We got Rosemary hanging out backstage, and she just blasted, what's her name? Indy Hartwell in the face with some mist.
Rosemary, why? Why did you just spit poison in Indy's eyes after her match? She's being treated by the doctors right now, but why would you do that?
Why? Indy, we're gonna cut out your heart. Well, you waltzed into this realm like you owned it. You claim that your path to the Knockouts World Championship is clear, while you're blind to the dark forces that influenced this place. So we decided to make you as blind as your awareness. Gia, we are the Dark Mother of TNA, the unholy matriarch of the Knockouts division, and you all may address us going forward as gatekeeper. You want that world championship, Indy? Your path now goes through us.
All right, I have no idea what she said, but I'll still give it a thumbs up for the enthusiasm and the charisma. Okay. Rosemary and Indy will be on the Emergence show. But all right, injury report. Moose has just got attacked. It looks like he's cleared. He's okay. Indy Hartwell, she's day-to-day after getting misted. And Hometown Man is also cleared after getting attacked by the Nemeths. But okay. We got a... Let's see, a promo for Mance Warner and Steph DeLander. Let's see what they got to say.
Cobra Man's been letting the power get to his head a little bit too much recently. He's been suspending everyone. Santino, in case you forgot, you don't create the chaos around here. We do.
If it's wrong for me to make sweet love to my wife, then lock me up and throw away the key.
Suspension. That's a cute rule. Steph and Mansa, we don't listen to rules.
See these hands right here? These are working man's hands. Santino, if you think I'm gonna sit at home, sit on the couch, and drink my beers, you wrong. You dead wrong. You can make all the rules, all the suspensions. Ain't nothing gonna keep me out of TNA.
We don't wait to be told when we're coming back to work. We just show up. See you soon.
Real soon.
All right. I like their promo. They're suspended currently. But all right, let's move on. That was good. Looking forward to seeing them back again. All right, so EY is here. He's with the Northern Armory, and he has a match tonight against Mike Santana. So this is a grudge match. This is actually a good booking. I like this one. Jumpstart, EY is going to attack Santana to start the match, and let's go through some highlights. Okay, so I think I got a dive from Santana here onto the Northern Armory. Good looking dive. I'll throw that a half a point. I'm trying to get to 20 points at least on my Impact review. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but here's the finish. It's a spin the block, and Santana wins the match. I'll give it a half a point. I like the booking itself. I like the match. I kind of liked it. It wasn't like anything, you know, earth-shattering or anything. But anyways, there's the Afterbirth. Northern Armory hit the ring and enters Sami Callihan to defend Santana as they will face off the next night. Sami Callihan has put his career on the line, saying if he can't do it tomorrow, then he's going to hang up his boots. But okay, there's that. For the Afterbirth, I guess I'll give a half point to Sami Callihan and Santana ahead of their match the next day. That actually turned out to be a really good match, as you'll see when I review Emergence. But alright, they showed a replay of here from NXT, Joe Hendry defeating Charlie Dempsey, Trick Williams abandoning his team to lose to Dark State. So that's our NXT roundup for the day. And Frankie Kazarian is here to give a speech, the King's speech, as he is, I guess, has enough clout in TNA that he is given time to speak. So here, I think he's going to interview Jake Something and Steve Macklin ahead of their international title match. So they put him in charge of the interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, peasants and pretenders, worthless marks here and at home, welcome to the only show in professional wrestling hosted by a real king. Welcome to the King's Speech. And I am your host, the King of TNA, Frankie Kazarian, and I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to bring my guests out right now. Now, these are two of the most rugged, nastiest, meanest, toughest guys in TNA, and they are on a collision course at Emergence.
Please welcome my first guest, Jake something.
All right, so he introduces Jake something. Here comes Jake something. Here comes Steve Macklin. All right, and I'm just gonna hit play where he's going to start talking again.
Whoa, hey. Stop it. You, stop it. Look it, this is my show. You're gonna respect me. Behave yourself like gentlemen, not the savages you are, okay? So at Emergence, you guys are gonna battle for that title in a no DQ, no count out match. Give us your thoughts. Tell the world what's gonna happen, Jake. I guess Longfellow himself couldn't have said it better. That was some profound stuff. All right, champ. Please, talk to the king. Talk to the people. Talk to the marks. Tell us what's going to happen at Emergence. Well, who can argue with that? I mean, it's obvious you guys are both wordsmiths and cunning linguists. But look at, this is my show, and this is the part where you move your mouth and
You know what, I do have something to say. And I'm sure it's what everybody in here wants to say this entire time that you've been out here. Frankie, would you please shut the hell up? Yeah, I get it's your show, but as for you, we are beyond talking. You say this title was built for you? Well, we'll find out at Emergence. You know what also we'll find out at Emergence? If you are actually something.
Okay, that's all well and good, but look at, this is my show. You don't just grab the mic and talk whenever you want. And I don't care if you are some former Coast Guard Army guy. And as far as you're concerned, you know, I thought you just had the dumbest name in pro wrestling, but you might be the dumbest guy in pro wrestling, because apparently you can't.
Oh, wait a second.
All right.
Take something and hold a Kazarian authority.
All right. Let's stop it right there, because I think that's where the speaking ends. Jake something has had enough of Frankie Kazarian, cannot stand him any longer, and he is going to goozle him. And I think Kazarian's going to eye rake him and take a shot from Macklin and run away. So, all right. So we'll see if Kazarian gets involved in their match the next day. And yes, this is going to end with Jake something black hole slamming Macklin and standing over him with that international title. All right, that's a pretty solid matchup. I kind of like that segment instead, just not Frankie Kazarian talking. I liked when they faced off and didn't really say anything. So I'll give that a half a point, I think. I hope Kazarian, my hope from here is that Kazarian doesn't really get involved in this match. But all right, I'm going to move on to the main event. It's a six-man tag. It's the Rascals, Myron Reed and Zachary Wentz with Cedric Alexander against the Hardys and Leon Slater. So this, I guess, wasn't originally supposed to be the main event, but the main event went on first. So anyways, there's one more segment to play backstage before we do the main event, and then let me play this. It's backstage. It's Sami Callihan.
What happened, man? You used to be one of the most feared men in professional wrestling. You used to live on chaos, strive for shock moments. What happened? The Death Machine used to fear no man, but even the Death Machine fears Father Time. This weekend, at Emergence, I ain't just fighting Mike Santana. I'm fighting time itself.
We have to answer the question that's on everyone's mind. Does the Death Machine still have it? This weekend in Baltimore, if I don't get my hand raised high, I'm going to do the honorable thing. I'm going to take my office job, unlace my boots, leave them in the middle of the ring, and retire.
Retire, Sammy. What the hell are you talking about, dude? Me and you, we got a lot of history.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do, huh? We were supposed to fight forever. You were the Joker to my Batman. You broke my face with a baseball bat and you laughed about it. Now look at you. What happened to you? What is going on in that head? What happened to you? Huh? You break your leg, you get some cushy backstage gig here at TNA, and you just give up, dude? Come on. If Emergence is your last match, I hope to God that you win, man. I hope you show the world who the hell you really are. One last time, prove who you really are, the Death Machine. Because guys like you, guys like us, Sammy, we are the last of a dying breed.
All right, one last bit of motivation heading into Sami Callihan's retirement match from Eddie Edwards. I'll throw that a half point. And we got to jump to our main event. Back to the match. Here it is, the six-man tag. We got spots here. This was a spot fest match. Obviously, Leon Slater is in this, so there is going to be spots. We got to hand out some points here, try to beef up our impact score before the night is over. All right, I got to find my Orange Cassidy picture so I could throw a half point at that spot. Here's Myron Reed. He was looking for, yeah, there's a dive from Myron Reed. Another half point for me. All right. Here's a spot that doesn't get any points, though, because I think Leon Slater kind of didn't hit the mark there, although it looked kind of smooth, but still. All right, here's a 450 that he misses, and Cedric Alexander counters Leon Slater's backsault and hits a finisher of his own, and Cedric Alexander picks up the win over the X Division champion. All right, nice, nice, okay. So Cedric Alexander excited about picking up a win over the X Division champion, and they will have a match the next night on Emergence as well. But this main event match gets no points for me. 9.5 points for my Impact review. I think that's pretty weak. I think they were setting up for Emergence, and all the big stuff is going to be on there. So, all right, let's see how quickly we could run through that. I got to head off to work, but maybe I could squeeze this in within the next 20 minutes. All right, we're here at Emergence on Friday. This was this past Friday, the 15th. This was the pre-show, by the way. Rosemary, they do replay her misting Indy Hartwell in the face, and she's going to face Indy Hartwell right now. So Indy, obviously very fired up to start this match. Rosemary with the biting, intense matchup. Rosemary here signaling for the mist, but she's going to get thwarted by Dani Luna, who is going to waste her miss on Dani Luna, and that's going to lead directly into the Hertz Donut from Indy Hartwell and a win for her on the pre-show. Okay, all right, I will give that match a half a point. I think the spot with Dani Luna was done well, creative, and there it is. So Indy celebrates with Dani Luna post-match. Cool outfit Dani Luna's got on, by the way. All right, so here's a backstage segment. All right, I think I'm going to have to play this with Moose. Moose, who dressed down Sami Callihan a few weeks ago, wants to apologize since he's turned face, basically.
What do you want, Moose?
Sammy, let me talk. Now, this has been bothering me for a while now. And I know a couple of weeks...
Blow smoke up my ass? At least you say whatever...
Sorry, I fucked that up. Let me start that over.
What do you want, Moose?
Sammy, let me talk. Now, this has been bothering me for a while now. And I know a couple of weeks I said a lot of harsh things, and I wouldn't be a man I am if I didn't find you and honestly apologize for saying...
Apologize for what?
There's a lot of harsh things I said, Sammy.
Harsh but true. Look, it's no secret. We've been friends a long time. Good, bad, but at the end of the day, at least you're honest. At least you don't blow smoke up my ass. At least you say what everyone else on the internet says. Sami Callihan's a fat piece of crap. Sami Callihan doesn't happen anymore. You know what?
I don't take what you said as offensive. I think it lit a fire under me. I think I let it fire under my ass. So you know what? You, this company, everyone around the world, I am going to leave everything I have in the ring. And if I'm going out my way.
Well, for what it's worth, Sammy, you've been a pivotal part of this TNA locker room. And I honestly really hope that tonight isn't the last day.
Moose. Bring back our world championship.
Alright, there you go. I'll give that segment a thumbs up. I think Moose is a little guilty that he kind of put Sammy in this mindset that he kind of wants to retire. Probably doesn't want to see him retire. But alright, Ryan Nemeth is here. He's going to cut a promo in the ring. Do I want to listen to Ryan Nemeth? I'm short on time, but fuck it. Alright, he's facing the hometown man.
What can I say? It's like being in the armpit of the USA. I mean, this place... I'm in the back! This place is a real dump. It's like someone took a pile of garbage and sprinkled some Old Bay on top. I mean, it really stinks here. I heard you're famous for your crabs. I found out it's not the seafood, it's what you guys all have. Go ahead, take a second to check.
Alright, I'll give Ryan Nemeth a half
into my
point.
GPS, a little message on my phone popped up. It said, "Sir, you're making a mistake, a big mistake." The phone was right. As soon as I got here, I slipped on a rat and a roach stole my wallet. I mean, this place smells so bad. Have you ever heard of deodorant, a bar of soap, face wash, toothpaste, mouthwash, anything? He's a hometown man.
Alright, so obviously Cody Deaner has to come out and defend... hometown man. Has to come out and defend the hometown. I don't even know what town this is that fucking Ryan Nemeth is talking shit about.
I'm in the back, and I'm hanging out with my friends from the local radio station, Talk Heavy Radio. I'm hanging out with my buddy DJ Duke. I'm hanging out with Lene Gray and my buddy Crow. And we hear you talking smack about my hometown, man. And we were thinking maybe you should apologize to the people of Baltimore.
Baltimore, okay, they're in Baltimore. Never knew Baltimore stank so bad.
We started talking real heavy, and we decided instead, how about I channel the inner toughness of my childhood hero, Cal Ripken. And I beat your ass all over Baltimore. Referee, ring the bell.
There's the bell. This matchup is underway here on.
This is the match, Hometown Man and Ryan Nemeth. I am going to skip to the finish here, honestly, as Hometown Man is going to roll up Ryan Nemeth for the win. There you go. And he's going to celebrate with his hometown. And Ryan Nemeth is supremely pissed off. I gave a half point to Ryan Nemeth for the opening, for one of the zingers he gave. I'm going to give the pre-match segment a whole point. I will say I liked it. Personally, it's my type of silly wrestling. The match itself, nothing much there. But that's all for the pre-show. All right, let's skip to Emergence itself. First match on the card is a X Division title match. Cedric Alexander, Leon Slater for the X Division title. All right, so here is a spot that Slater countered. I couldn't really see what happened, but actually that ended up looking pretty cool, so I'll throw a half point at that. I gotta give this match some love because this was an interesting matchup. I think There's a spot for Leon Slater. Got to give that a full point. That one's nice, always, when he does that. Here's the finishing sequence. It's a Styles Clash from Leon Slater into a 450 Swanton, which looks amazing. Got to give a point for his 450 Swanton. And he wins the match and retains. Hard-fought match. I'll give it a thumbs up. I won't go more than that. I don't know. I didn't think it was one of the greatest matches of Leon Slater's career, but it was a good title defense. And the commentators even give him a standing ovation, and they shake hands after the match. So there's the respect. All right, but we got a segment here backstage. It looks like an interview. Gia Miller's backstage. So let's hit play on a Gia Miller interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guests at this time, the reigning TNA World Champion, Trick Williams, accompanied by First Class.
Yo! Hey, look, man, everybody knows I don't need no introduction. Everybody knows Trick Williams is the man breaking attendance records around here, huh? Bringing in all the TV deals, huh? Matter of fact, Trick Williams is the man carrying 2 brands.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
See,
it, dog.
tonight, in the main event, you're going to put that bald bum Moose in his place.
I hear you talking.
And before that, First Class is going to take out the system. See, the system thinks that they run TNA, but we didn't get them ratings and them TV deals until TNA started First Class tricking.
See, charisma, athleticism, raw talent. That's what you're looking at right here. And soon enough, the pro wrestling world is going to find out that if you ain't first class, you're last. And bring it back, because I know what you're thinking out there. I know you're thinking these boys right here don't got no common sense. Their egos are through the roof. A couple weeks ago, I called out Mama Moose. And I apologize, Mama Moose. I ain't had no business doing that. But I'm going to have to apologize again, because tonight I'm whooping your baby's ass. Let's talk about it.
All right. I'll give a half point to the apology to Mama Moose and the other apology for having to whoop Moose's ass tonight. But all right, got to move on to the next segment. It's a match. It's Mustafa Ali versus Matt Cardona. Let's see. Got interference here from the Great Hands. They're going to try to hit the ring, but they're not even going to get to the ring as they're going to get kicked by Matt Cardona. More interference later, though. Order 4 very prominent in this match. Yes, as Tasha distracts the ref, the Great Hands get involved again. Later, more interference again. Here's Hotch getting flung into the ring. Here's Skyler taking a radio silence, and Ali takes advantage of all the distraction and nails Matt Cardona, and that's going to lead to the finishing move of Mustafa Ali, which Matt Cardona is going to reverse this pin. So I guess he's going to no-sell the 450 and get the win himself over Order 4. So very strange win, I would say. I don't really like that. I think he didn't sell the 450 at all. So overall, I think I'm not going to give this match much. I think the booking was okay. Mustafa Ali can take the loss. But all right, here's the afterbirth. Obviously, Ali is pissed at that. Attacks Cardona. Great Hands jump in. And I think Agent Zero also jumps in and beats up Matt Cardona. So the System come in, and they're going to try to fight off Order 4, and they take everybody out. So the System do fight off everybody here. Even take out Agent Zero, so that's going to lead to something between the System and Order 4 that's been brewing. I guess I'll give that post-match a half point for the System coming in, but the First Class is going to enter right away right there because they're facing the System next. So they take advantage of that. Casey Navarro deserved better. There's a sign from the crowd. I will give that sign 2 thumbs up. And moving into the match, after AJ Francis caught Rich Swann here, he's going to get into a jaw-jacking contest with Alicia Edwards, which was a pretty funny moment. But it doesn't get them, Alicia doesn't really get them any type of advantage, really. As the Secret Service come in and they get involved, and here is Alicia Tasha also getting involved. So Alicia is going to get involved with Tasha, former stablemates in the system. So I like that spot. I always like when Alicia and Tasha get involved with each other. But regardless, we're going to go back to the ring. Let's see some more spots here. There's Eddie Edwards flying through the middle rope. And here is Agent Zero. All right, so Agent Zero takes Eddie Edwards and slams him into the ring apron pretty nastily. That looked good. Here's the finisher here from AJ Francis to Eddie Edwards. So this is a win for First Class over the system, as Order 4 came in and fucked it up for the system. I will give that match a half point again for furthering the feud between Order 4 and the system. And First Class are going to celebrate, and I think there's going to be a First Class penthouse later on. But regardless, we got to go to the injury report. Casey Navarro, formerly of First Class, still out. Moose, he's cleared. He's going to be in tonight's main event. But all right, Joe Hendry, he's here today. He doesn't have a match, but he's going to join commentary as we have a video package for this match. Sami Callihan's possible last match against Mike Santana. And here we go. This is actually a no-holds-barred match. I guess no rules. So Sami Callihan's going to give everything he's got to not finish off his career. But all right, he's going to cut a promo before the match. So let's see what Sami Callihan has to say.
As you see Sami Callihan.
First of all, how you doing, Baltimore? Second of all, tonight's a big match. I have two of my lifelong best friends from my hometown here in Baltimore celebrating their anniversary. Happy anniversary! But let's cut to brass tacks. You saw the video, you watched the television show. If I lose in Baltimore tonight, I'm leaving my boots in the middle of the ring and the death machine retires. But if that's gonna happen, I'm gonna go down swinging and I'm gonna go down my way. So Mike, what do you say we make this a Baltimore street fight?
Oh, I guess it wasn't a street fight originally, so this is where they make the stipulation. I didn't realize this.
My bad. Hey, yo, Baltimore, how we doing, huh? I'll tell you what, Sammy. Mad respect, mad history, but I didn't come all the way to Baltimore for no kid games. I came to Baltimore because I want the damn death machine!
I guess that's a yes from Mike Santana.
All right, so there's the match. It's a fucking street fight. All right, so this is where we find out it's for real. They're gonna shake hands, but Sami Callihan is going to have to kick him and start the match. Absolute focus on both ends as the match started off very hot. Good match, and I would probably give this match 2 thumbs up, really, but we'll see at the end. All right, so here's a moonsault from Mike Santana. Gotta give a point there. Nice moonsault. And I'm going to move on to the weapons. Okay, so Sami Callihan's going to bring weapons. Paper cut. He's going to paper cut Santana a couple times. Very proud of himself for doing this. And second time to the mouth, which was worse, as Ray Walt said. But Staples. All right, Staple Gun is out. I don't know if I very much like that this match became a hardcore match, but it is it is Sami Callihan's thing. So, all right. Santana took a staple, and he took one to the armpit, too, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there you go. Even grabs Mike Santana's balls. There you go, yes. False finish here as Sami Callihan hits a pile driver, but it's not enough. In the end, the talent wins out because this is just going to be a win for Mike Santana. He's going to pull through here and basically end Sami Callihan's career, and the match is over. I thought it was a nice match. Considering everything involved, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. I'm giving this match 2 points on my review today. But the post-match, obviously, Sami is disappointed, and they fist bump, and Santana leaves. He's done his thing, and Sami Callihan is going to take off his boots and leave it in the ring, and that's it for Sami Callihan. Interesting. Good career, but it's over. So Sami Callihan gives a bow, and that's that. I'll give a point for that. I enjoyed watching him. Haven't seen his whole career, but I think he was a good wrestler. Very good wrestler. Backstage, we cut backstage to the next segment. Sami is getting hugs all around, except from EY. So EY is going to show up and kind of rain on everyone's parade. So here's Eric Young.
Let them clap for you now. Say, don't fall for this. These people are phonies. They didn't care about you when you were here. They're not going to care about.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Yeah. I'm talking to him. I'm not talking to you. And this whole thing, it started because of you. Don't forget that, Joe. Think about that. Keep thinking about that.
Leave.
Definitely like that segment. Definitely like that segment. I'm looking forward to EY and Joe Hendry. That would be nice. But all right, let's see what we got next. We got a backstage segment with, oh my God, it's Ryan Nemeth. Ugh.
Unbelievable. I have to come to the stinking, sweaty, disgusting, smelly city, Baltimore, and the hometown man gets the win? This is a joke. It's a joke. He's not a feel-good story. Okay, don't feel good to me, feels bad. He makes a mockery of professional wrestling. But don't worry, because in a few days, my big brother comes back to Impact. And Hardys, I'm talking to you, I hope you're listening. We still have our contractually obligated rematch clause. So you be ready to hand those titles back where they belong, around the waists of the world's greatest brothers tag team ever of all time in wrestling forever and ever and ever and ever. Now somebody give me my sleepy time tea. Daddy needs to get to bed.
Yikes, yikes. Okay, man. 2 thumbs down. Sorry for Ryan Nemeth's promo. Waste of my life. Waste of my life. But all right, coming up next, we got an in-ring contract signing, it looks like, for a contract extension. As Masha Slamovich is going to come just to be there, but it's for Lei Ying Lee. So Lei Ying Lee's coming out with Zaya Brookside to have their match, their title match. But it looks like they're going to sign the contract first. Tommy Dreamer's out here.
If I can take a quick moment, this business is all about moments and how we connect with our audience. Guys, I've been wrestling since I'm 18. I'm 54 years old. You have watched so many men and women. Guys, thank you. Seriously, this isn't about me. This is a much bigger thing. It's all about our journey and our journeys in life, and just like you see in Fade to Black, we want to share these amazing moments together. And knowing someone's journey, this young lady came from China, did not know one word of English, also never knew what professional wrestling is, moved across the world to start a brand new dream. And now she comes to TNA and just part of TNA's management. We'd like to tell everybody we're re-signing her to another contract. She truly represents the knockouts, her culture, and women in general for her goals and what they should be as strong-ass fighters. It is an honor. Do the deal.
All right, so they have a contract signing here. Laying Lee, it's a feel-good moment. I don't know about doing this live on the air. She hugs the president of TNA and Masha Slamovich and everything. I think I'm going to give this a thumbs down. Kind of a waste of time. You know, do this off the air, man. Very feel-good. But all right, back to the match. It's a four-way match. Xia Li, Xia Brookside already in the ring. Here comes the Inspiration with Mara Sade. She's going to be there with them as friends. Here's Fatal Influence. And the personal concierge is going to make a ring introduction for the Elegance brand.
Oh, I'll take it from here, because I'm the personal concierge. Now, they say that one of the greatest poets of all time is from this city, Edgar Allan Poe. So I have decided to write a poem for all of you. Roses, they are red. Violets, they are blue. The fans of Baltimore suck, and so do every single one of you. Let me introduce to you someone who doesn't suck. So show some respect and welcome, being accompanied to the stage by Miss Ash, the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions of the World, Heather and M by Elegance.
Alright, so Ash by Elegance is going to come out with them, it seems. I don't know why Ash by Elegance is not the tag team champion anymore. It looks like they're using the Freebird rule because Ash is out there trying to get the Knockouts world title in the singles division, but I don't know. I missed the part where she passed that title off to M by Elegance. But okay, let's go through some highlights here. Here's some interference. It looks like JC Jane is going to get involved and try to help Fatal Influence, and that's going to bring Mara Sade into the picture, and they are going to have a little fight on the outside, which kind of spills into the ring, and Mara Sade is going to get taken out by JC Jane here, funnily enough. But enter Masha Slamovich, who also doesn't like JC Jane, and enter Ash by Elegance as well. So we get a preview of that Heat Wave triple threat match, and they all get thrown out of the ring by the referee. So eventually this is going to come back to the match, but it breaks down. Everyone jumps in the ring to help their respective side, and that's where the referee throws everyone out. But okay, back to the match. Here's some more highlights. Here's Xia Brookside with a dive. Here's Laying Lee with a dive. And then the finish, Maggie Lee with the title belt on one of the members of the Inspiration. So nice cheating from Maggie Lee, and she's going to pick up the win for her side and retain the title. I'm proud of Maggie Lee for learning how to cheat. I don't know. I never thought I'd see that she'd have that in her, but I'll give that a thumbs up for that match. I thought it was the right booking. Got to keep the title on the Elegance brand, and the personal concierge is there to celebrate. But all right, next up we got a replay of what happened on the pre-show. Indy Hartwell defeated Rosemary, and she's here to cut a promo backstage. She's with Danny Luna.
Rosemary, you tried to take me into the dark.
Yeah, she listed you. She tried to blind you.
She tried to blind me. I wrestled half blind tonight and I still beat her. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I want the Knockouts World Championship.
Indy, you earned that tonight. You fought for that. And hey, if I hadn't seen that miss coming, come on, what a team we make, huh?
You're right, we do make a great team, and I do appreciate all the backup, mate, but if I'm going for the Knockouts title, I gotta prove that I can do it on my own.
Yeah, of course.
JC, Ash, Marsha, whoever's got that title, keep it close, because indie wrestling is coming for it, and I'm not gonna stop until that gold is around my waist.
All right. I'll give that a half point. Looks like Danny Luna wants a tag team partner, but Indy Hartwell is on her way to be a singles wrestler. So, okay. And next segment, I think we got a video package for Macklin and Jake something. Let's go through the highlights of this match. Kazarian is on commentary. He was involved with them the night before. We'll see if he gets involved today. Steve Macklin's got his war paint on, but I'm going to give a point to this spot on the outside as Jake something thwarted a dive from Steve Macklin. Never seen it done that way, but that was done well. Moving on, here's Kazarian getting intimidated by Jake something, and so far he hasn't gotten involved in this match. Here's a power bomb onto the steel steps, and I'm gonna skip to the finish. Hard fought match, but a KIA from Steve Macklin. No interference from Kazarian, and Steve Macklin retained. So there you go. I was surprised that they didn't really do anything with Kazarian there, but I'll give that match a point for the professionalism for which it was worked. But all right, post-match we got Steve Macklin. So this might be where Kazarian gets involved in the proceedings, but give me a second to find this clip.
Steve Macklin, congratulations on retaining the TNA International Championship here tonight against Jake something. Tell us, how are you feeling after the brutal battle that we just witnessed?
How am I feeling? Well, let me catch my breath, huh? That's how I'm feeling. I asked Jake something to show me and to show the world if he actually was worth something. And Jake, you did just do that. You say this title was made for you and you were built for it, but not tonight. Anytime you want, Frankie.
All right, so basically you can't hear this, but Kaz is jaw-jacking with Macklin on the entranceway, and they're going to get heated, and Macklin is going to want to fight him. Macklin's going to jump in the ring and call him into the ring, call his ass into the ring, but Kaz doesn't want to do it, so he just walks away. But I'll give a point for Steve Macklin's ferocious manliness, because that's going to happen. Kaz and Macklin is going to happen for the international title. Unfortunately, Kaz is not in that world title picture anymore, which is disappointing. But all right, I'm moving on to the tag title match. It's the Rascals with Myron Reed instead of Trey Miguel against the Hardys. So here's the World Tag Team title match. Here's a move of Flame On from Myron Reed, but it gets caught by Jeff Hardy, and they countered it into a twist of fate by Matt Hardy. So that was a crazy move. I will give that move a thumbs up. Got to give that an extra point on my review here. Here's a swanton from Jeff Hardy, and it looks like that's a win for the Hardys. So they retain. I skipped much of the match, but I thought it was a pretty solid match. I'll give it a half a point. And in the end, mad respect, obviously. Didn't think it was that amazing. Unfortunately, it's kind of a filler match for the Hardys tag team title run. But yet, it did fill in the night for Emergence. But we got a first-class penthouse. This is the last segment of the day before we go, I think, to the main event. So let's see what AJ Francis has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of the First Class Penthouse. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your host, AJ Francis. And this right here is my co-host, Rich Homie Swan. And together, we make up First Class. And after being victorious earlier against the system, and right before Moose gets put down by the greatest TNA champion of all time in Trick Williams, we decided to come out here and give a brand new episode in my hometown of Baltimore, Maryland. Rich is also a Baltimore boy. We both grew up to be Maryland men. I mean, living here, you learn dedication. You learn persistence. I used to wake up at 6 in the morning, take the MARC train from Odenton all the way down to DC, where I would go to school until 10 p.m., take the train back from DC, come up here, and that's where I learned dedication. And that's how I became a Maryland Terrapin. That's right, go Terps. Go Terps. And by being a star at Maryland, I went on to the NFL. And I couldn't have done that without all of the lessons I have learned here in Maryland. Rich, I know you had a similar story.
You know, it's been a long road. I've been in this industry for about 20 years now. But I've seen a lot of men get laid down in a lot of many rings. But you know where I learned that? You know where I got prepared for that?
Where?
Baltimore, Maryland. See, just like me, I know every single one of y'all got that fire. Y'all got that heart. Y'all got that determination. And y'all are what shaped me into the man that I am today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as two Baltimore boys that became Maryland men, we understood there was only one thing that we had to do to become successful.
What was that?
And that was leave this dump forever. You don't deserve any good things. This place is terrible. That's why I moved to Texas.
I moved to Florida.
That's why Swan moved to Florida. We could never be successful here in Maryland. I mean, look at you.
Oh my God! Raymond, it's Poe, the Baltimore Ravens mascot.
Whoa. First of all, this is my show. I don't know how you got out here. Okay. Clearly, Poe, you are a legend in this city. But this is my city. So, one thing I learned here in Baltimore is if you don't act right, you can get hurt.
First class getting very threatening here with
oh, wait a minute.
Well,
Poe was about to go Ray Lewis there and take out AJ Francis there.
Who is playing this music on my show?
Here comes the system.
This is my show. How did you even come out here? This is my show. How do you even know him? None of you are from Baltimore. This is ridiculous.
Do you?
No, nobody wants to know anything from you.
Oh! Yeah! That's what you get for mouthing up to the queen of the system.
You know what? This show's over. I'm over. This is the worst episode of the First Class Penthouse in the worst city in America. I hate each and every one of you, and I'm glad to get out of here. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it.
AJ Francis thinking better of a fight with the system.
All right, that's it. And then the bird does a dance, and that's the end of this segment. So Baltimore Ravens mascot getting involved. I don't know what to say about this segment. I think I was indifferent to it. Like AJ Francis said, not one of the best first-class penthouses. But all right, we got to move on to the main event. Moose is taking on Trick. They replay him supposedly getting attacked backstage the night before, but he's here. I don't much like his new babyface theme. But regardless, here he is with Trick Williams, and Trick is going to cut a promo before the match. So let's listen to Trick's promo, and then I'll go through the highlights. And that's all we got time for today.
Go ahead and excuse yourself, Mackenzie. You did the best you could. Go and excuse yourself. You know this is Trick and Nate. Let's talk about it. Now, Moose, I got nothing but love and respect for you, dog. Last Tuesday, we teamed together,
And we lost, but that was your fault, but we can talk about that later. But the thing is, me and Moose got something in common. We former NFL guys, huh? Right? But we all know the real birds of the NFL is the Philadelphia Eagles. Even your mama know it.
Maybe he's trying to get on your good side, Tom.
All right, so I won't give that pre-match promo any points. But all right, let's go through these highlights real quick. See if Moose could get back that TNA title. Starts out with a couple of pie faces. Pie face from Trick. Moose comes right back with the pie face. Here's a top rope cross body spot from Moose. Excellent. That looks freaking cool for a big guy like that. That's a thumbs up for me. Definitely a point on my review system. Later on, Trick rolls away after a spear. So Moose thought he had him, but Trick rolls out of the ring. So Moose can't get him. Here's a spot. Moose through the timekeeper's table. Oh my god, that looked good. I will say, I was not expecting that one. I'll give 2 points on that one. Here's a ref bump. The ref almost takes a bump from Moose before he actually takes a bump from Trick Williams. So all right, here's a second spear from Moose. Looks like the match. That should be the match, but there is no ref. So Moose is pissed off, obviously. Great look on Moose's face. I'll give him 2 points for that look. Like, god damn it, fuck. We almost had this fucking match. But Trick basically no-sold a buckle bomb here so he could hit a trick shot. That was a false finish, though, as the ref got up, but it took him a while to get up. Trick was kind of pissed at him. Grabbed his shirt collar. This was Moose's last attack. He goes into the corner, misses, and then a couple of trick shots from Trick, and then the last finisher, a third trick shot, and that's it for Moose. Flat finish, but it's a win for Trick Williams. He will keep that TNA title and take it to NXT. And yes, the president, Carlos Silva, has to come in and present it to Trick Williams. So there you go. That's the end. Trick's gonna gloat. For the match itself, I thought it was a decent match. I'll give it a half a point. Not the result we were looking for, but Trick is going to celebrate this, and the Trick-NA era is continuing. So, all right, that's all I got time for. This show ran way late. It took too long. There were too many shows to review, but that's all for now. You're all caught up on WWE Developmental. You can go ahead and watch NXT tomorrow night. As for WWE main roster stuff and AEW stuff, I will get to that later in the week. But all right, hope you have a good day. We'll see you on the next one.